Hello, I am Kodili-Nye. This is me. We are part two of this solution to Ekwulobia-Nanka erosion menace. The part two. This is a simple thing to be done. It's not something that will cost so much money, because once there is will, there is a solution. There is always a result. I am Kodili-Nye, the son of wonderful. We are discussing about the solution to the Ekwulobia-Nanka-Oko and the Oko erosion menace. How it can be solved. Part two, we started by giving you a tidbit. Now, if you look at this place, it's a water reservoir. It is, I'm just standing near the reservoir. This one is almost, this is around 3 plots. 3 plots. That's what this occupying. Something like between 3 plots or 4 plots. It started from that place to that down there with a lot of aquatic creatures inside of it. There are a lot of fish, thousands of fishes inside of it, or even millions of them. You have other animals, a lot of things that are inside this place. So what is the function of this? We are going to give you the tidbits, because this type of thing is a lot in this place. Some of them are smaller, like 1 plot. Some of them plot of land, that's around 100 by 100 or 50 by 100 feet. Some of them are bigger, like this one is bigger. There's another big one. There are many of them. Some of them are smaller, some of them like half a plot. So now, if the government can have the will, the boldness to do this, or even the communities, to stop the water, the flood, the excess flood from running with that great speed. If you watch what is happening there, is because of the speed of the flooding. Whenever it rains, it's coming from many far areas around that Ikenga, Isuofia Isis, coming down to that place. And all these things have been channeled in one place, and the force of it hitting the valley, the lower ground, causing so much tremor, and that has been eroding or washing away the topsoil, and also at the same time causing a lot of havoc to human beings, properties, trees, and other resources. And over the years, we keep on building drainages, channeling it there, but the drainages cannot actually solve the problem, because once the flooding is coming with great speed, if it's not slowed down, it's like a speed breaker. Let me give you an example. In a road, you normally, a place that they do have so much accident, you have to put a speed breaker to hold the traffic from moving from moving very fast. And by so doing, you now save a lot of lives and property. The same system they need to do in terms of flooding. They need to put a speed breaker. What I mean, the speed breaker is what I'm standing before here. This is the speed breaker or water pond for flooding, or artificial lake or water reservoir. This can actually curtail the perpetual, what I've seen like perpetual problem, that even before I was born, they were talking about it. But we can solve this problem once and for all, and turn what seems to be a disaster into something that has turned to be of economic opportunity. Think about that. Let's just open our eyes to the opportunities if we can actually turn this thing around, if we can do such a thing. Think about the water, the cubics of water or the volumes of water that will be retained, because the depth of the whole thing will be not less than 10 feet down. Some of them can be as 20 feet down, with the width of something of 100 meters or 50 meters or 200 meters wide. So this can hold a lot of water, and that water can be actually put in use for other things, like recycling of the water, like using it into aquatic aquaculture, or using it for into producing excess vegetables, excess food, or can be used to pump to the people after you have recycled it and filter the water and use it as a water system for the people. There are a lot of things you can use this thing for, because the flooding, instead of allowing it to cause havoc, you can actually turn it into an economic thing, economic empowerment for the community. So I'm now talking to Oko and Ekwulobia and Ekwulobia-Nanka. Even if the Soludo government or Anambra state government are not willing to do this thing, why not group yourself and start doing this? I know that Soludo is talking about doing all those doing those pits in your houses and all those things. That's good enough, but you also need to do something of this to hold those water, that because they are still water. Once they are building houses, building all those flyovers, building all those roads, there will be massive flooding coming out from these projects. And the more you are building house, think about that. One building alone will, once it rains, will actually feel like 2 to 4 100 gallons of tank, GP tank. Just once there is rain, that's like 30 minutes rain or 1 hour rain, will feel like 1,000 or 2,000 gallons of GP tanks. So think about that. If you now have a lot of houses, think about the type of flooding that you'll be having. And this has caused a lot of problems. So we are thinking that the government and the communities will partner together and start doing these things. Even if the government is not going to intervene, or even if the government is not willing to do that, even if the government is restrained by bureaucratic and politics and other things, the people in the communities can do this. Because the nature is not foolish. The nature also have a marshlands where he used that marshland. The nature created it in order to absorb excess running water. That's where there are forests and all those things. Now we have destroyed most of the forests. You can see the forest, the woodlands they created here. These are meant to also to absorb water. Whenever it's raining, it's meant to absorb also water. But they also build this because there will be a run out of water or flooding. If you leave it, this place will be submerged. This place will be completely taken over. You know, that's what we are talking about. So the solution to Nanka, Ekwulobia-Oko, Aguleze-Chukwu erosion menace. This is what we are seeing here. This is the solution if we are willing to listen and take courage and do this. You know, this is something that we can benefit economically in the long run. This can save the homeland. We don't have so much land to be wasting on this erosion menace. We don't have so much money to be wasting people's life and properties being run away by this flooding and all those things. This is the solution to this menace. We can end it. We can put an end to this age-long problem that has actually stopped the growth of our communities. This will actually end this problem. We need to deal with it. We need to deal with this problem once and for all. We need to deal with it. That's what we are discussing today. I don't know what's your opinion. I don't know what you think about that, but you need to comment. You need to put on your own opinion. What do you think about this solution? What do you think about this suggestion? What is your take? What is your opinion? What is your idea? Come to the comment section. Let us continue to discuss. Do you think this can solve this problem? Do you think that as they are using it here, do you think we can also use it in our homeland? Do you think the Ekwulobia-Nanka-Oko erosion and the flooding menace can be solved and solved once and for all? What is your take? I need your comment. Let's also share this video. Let's share it so that even the government will see these things, because sometimes the politicians are being distracted. Sometimes they might have seen this type of thing, but because of distractions, the shenanigans can actually put them away from actually understanding this. I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. This is a simple message, and this is a simple solution to the solving of something that has defied